today. I didn't do my makeup, so don't get too close to my face. Thank you. But I did put on some jewelry that I made. Yes, when I had a jewelry business. So I have this jewelry on that I made. I've recently gotten back into crafting. I've been feeling more up than usual, so I started crafting again. I make jewelry. I had a business back in the day before I got pregnant, and then it kind of like stopped and died. But you know, I made some pieces and I feel really good about them. They look cute. All right. Well, at least I think so. I think they look cute. Okay. Hello there, internet. It's your girl, Carrie. I'm back with another episode of Cooking with Carrie. So, today we are going to be making Salisbury steak and mashed potatoes with possibly either a side of cornbread or green beans. I have not decided yet. So also, note, I have never made Salisbury steak before, so we're gonna see how that goes. Yeah. Another thing, the recipe that I'm referencing is not vegan, so not only have I never done this before, but I'm gonna veganize a non-vegan recipe. So, wish me luck. But anyway, so I chopped and peeled some potatoes. They are currently in hot water, softening up. Now let's see if I can make this recipe vegan and it tastes good. Instead of a pound of beef, I got some Beyond Meat. I figured that's a really good replacement. In a large bowl, combine all the things. Here is a large bowl. I got my things here. They're kind of out of view, but they're there, I promise. And, all right. I figure we're off to a good start. So, while I make this, today we are chit-chatting about motherhood and mental illness. Now, I know I say that motherhood is a mental illness, like it's a whole thing, but I wanted to really focus on the community aspect because it is so important. Like, it's really important. I don't think you can get through it without, your people. So, that's what we're talking about today. The importance of community while we make Salisbury steak, which to me is kind of a community meal. Everyone likes Salisbury steak except for my sister because when I told her I was making, hold on, okay. So everyone loves Salisbury steak except my sister, and it is because we were traumatized as children. So, ADHD, we're gonna go off the rails a little bit here. So when we were younger, my mom was a terrible chef, and my dad worked all the time. So he would cook for us when he could, but when he couldn't, my mom would cook for us. And she, bless her heart, she would do the best she can. Actually, you know what? She's gotten better. But before she learned how to cook, before my dad was like, ma'am, you gotta get it together, she would go out and buy the box, the Salisbury steak that came in the little container that you stuck in the oven. Yeah. And she did that quite frequently. So frequently that my sister was like, if I ever see another Salisbury steak, I'm gonna lose my mind. So she doesn't eat Salisbury steak anymore. And when I told her that I was making Salisbury steak for Justin, she was like, you're disgusting, he's disgusting, that is the grossest meal, and I was dying. So, okay, the recipe does not call for these seasonings, but paprika, cumin, and cayenne pepper, onion powder, garlic powder go in everything I make. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not about to make this unseasoned meal. And that's just that. So I'm going to do everything it says here, plus this. Also, ran out of Worcester sauce. Not sure that's how you say it. Worcestershire, Worcestershire. I ran out of the W sauce. So instead of the W sauce, I'm going to be using a little bit of soy sauce and a little bit of brown sugar to hopefully get that flavor in there. And instead of the egg, I am going to be using a tablespoon of flax meal and 2 tablespoons of water stirred. Okay. So back to what I was talking about earlier about community and how much you need community and all of those things. So to start, motherhood it's a crazy roller coaster of a ride. I'm stirring my flax egg. So motherhood is a crazy roller coaster of a ride. The emotions are all over the place, especially postpartum. Well, at least for me. I feel like I had like a crazy emotional roller coaster like maybe at the beginning when I didn't even know I was pregnant, but like after that, like it was pretty smooth sailing. I don't think I was like all that bad. I don't think I was all that bad. I may have been a little bossy, but that's usual. That's me, period. I don't think I was that bad. I don't think I was that bad during my pregnancy. Afterwards, like giving birth up until now, continuously, my emotions are all over the place. Like earlier this morning, I was in such a depressive funk. Like I'm no kidding. Like a couple hours ago, not even a whole day ago, a couple of hours ago, I was so depressed. I didn't want to get up. I was talking to my sister on the phone and I was saying, I don't feel good. Like I don't want to get up. I don't feel like doing any of these things. It was bad. And she was like, you know, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Yeah. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, so I was talking to my sister earlier and, you know, basically trauma dumping on her because, you know, sometimes that's what you need. You need someone who's going to listen to your rant and rave. That's not the internet. Okay, so he's actually not hungry today. We are actually just yelling because we're talking. He talks loud. Kind of like his mama. He get it from his mama. Earlier today, I was just not feeling it. I was in such a funk. It was not fun for me. I was not a happy camper. And I was like, I don't feel like doing anything today. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to see anybody. Like, you know, whole like little depressive episode. I wasn't depressed. I just had a depressive episode this morning. And now, manic happy. Nothing could be better. I am having the best time. Can I explain it? No, I can't. Hold on, we're stuck. Okay, we're good. So, manic happy. Nothing could be better. I am living the dream. And that's just pretty much my everyday. Pretty much my everyday. And it would be worse. It would be worse if I didn't have anyone to talk to and call and just be like, I'm sad. It would. I'm not gonna lie. It would be awful. Doop, doop. Doop. They're not ready. Okay, so another thing that kind of like gets me down is, and you know what? Don't nobody come for me, okay? So, yeah, I'm kind of like a stay-at-home mom, and I know people think that it's just like fun and dandy and all we do is sit and cuddle our babies, which that's part of it. I would say that's a good like 15 to 20% of my day. I do get to cuddle him and it's great. I love that part. It's like my favorite part. It is my favorite part of the day. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm also doing other things. Like I'm honestly not just sitting around and cuddling him. I'm doing laundry, I'm cleaning, I'm cooking, I'm preparing for the next day. Like there's a whole list of things that need to happen. Who do you think plans his doctor's appointments? You think those things just come out of the thin air? Or when we had to change his doctor, who's calling the insurance company to do all those things? Who called the new doctor to make sure that we got good vibes and they weren't going to force us to do things that we didn't want to like the other doctor did? Who did that? Anyway, I digress. What comes along? Why are we in? Might have been a little much. This is why I should probably use measuring utensils. Moving on. So, but what comes along with that is no one talks about like this loss of bodily autonomy. And I know I talked about that with the baby. Like, cause I always have him strapped to me. Like he's like on my hip 24/7, except for right now. But he's literally like, I take 4 steps and I can touch him. And that's as far as I can be without him screaming. But it's not even that part of the bodily autonomy. But it's the fact that I can't go anywhere if I wanted to. I gotta plan it. I gotta pack a bag. Things like I gotta like make sure that things are in place for me to leave the house. Sometimes I go like days without leaving these 4 walls and I lose my mind. Like, and I get it. Yeah, you can go for a walk with a baby or drive around. Okay, but like, bro, I'm tired of seeing the same block. Like, I saw a male van parked in front of a house and created a whole freaking soap opera in my brain about, oh, this lady is a stay-at-home mom. She's having an affair with the mailman. They're not sure if the baby is his or the mailman's. And honestly, I think the mailman just lives there. That's how crazy I'm going. Thank you. I'm a psycho. I'm not even watching the show. I've created a whole mental freaking novela. But again, moving on. Also, because I am at home all day and it's not considered work, I don't get paid. You know what I get paid in? I get paid in neck sniffs. Yeah, I get paid in neck sniffs and nap time cuddles. Granted, it is very inconvenient when I get nap trapped. Nap trapped, I'm gonna put like a little what that means right here. But yeah, it is. It's very inconvenient when you get nap trapped. But you know what also it is? Amazing. It's amazing. Like, yeah, I'm like, dang, I gotta shower, I gotta use the bathroom, these floors are disgusting, Caesar needs to go out, I probably should start cooking, it's 7:30. But you know what else? That's like probably the only hour and a half of rest that I will get for that whole day. So I enjoy it. I snuggle with him and I just cuddle him and I'm like, oh, I can't move, I'm so sorry. Sometimes I nap with him. Sometimes we nap together. Not usually though. Usually I'm stuck. I'm like. But moving on from that. So what was the point I was trying to make? Oh yeah. So I get paid in nap snuggles and neck sniffs. You know what I don't get paid in? Is money. So it's like, haha, yeah, we're using daddy's money. But it's literally because I have none. I have no money. Exactly. And it's very frustrating to have to ask for money all the time. And sometimes he'll just give it to me, like, because he knows. But it's frustrating. Like, I went out with my mom and I didn't have anything in my bank account. I had to ask, like, oh, can you cash at me whatever, how many dollars, so I can stop at Starbucks and get me something to drink. Or I can't think of any other examples right now because I never really leave the house. Or when I want to get something on Amazon, I have to be like, oh, can you send me $10 real quick? Can you send me $30 real quick? It's not cute. It's not cute. Hold on. Yeah. It's not cute. It's not cute and I don't like it. I am someone who is used to not having to ask others for things. I'll leave it ready now. Damn it, these got ready too fast. Well, that's strange. But I am used to being someone who doesn't have to ask anyone for anything. I've never had to ask anyone for anything. I've been making my own money since I was literally 15 years old. I know I'm probably traumatized into thinking I have to be this strong, independent person all the time. And I know I don't. I know that, personally. But it's hard to break a habit like that once it's started. Like, that's not easy. That's not an easy thing to do. Just, oh, I will now depend on this man for everything. That is not in my DNA. And it honestly makes me feel small. It makes me feel small. It makes me feel weak. It makes me feel like I know it's like, oh, it's supposed to like help you tap into your feminine energy. That's not how I feel. And maybe because I don't have any feminine energy. Maybe I'm just straight masculine. I get hit on by a lot of lesbians and I'm cool with it. But I don't know. It doesn't make me feel empowered in any way. It makes me feel weak and it makes me feel small and it makes me feel like a child. And I know that I'm probably speaking from a place of triggers. It's probably where that's coming from. I've probably been triggered. Oh, I was supposed to put garlic in this. I don't like it. Anyway, just sitting out here living like 15-year-old. Daddy, can I have some money to go to the mall with my friends? I hated it when I was 15. Hate it now. Hold on, let me strain these. Woo! Woo! I'm gonna put some butter. Put a good heaping of butter in there. In those mashed potatoes, a good heaping of butter. Extra creamy. The last bits of my garlic powder. Dash of paprika. A little oregano. Un poquito de basil. So, I basically just season my potatoes. You season your potatoes how you see fit. I should invest in a potato masher, but I'm using a fork. You mash your potatoes how you do it, I'll mash my potatoes how I. Taste test, always taste your food. Pretty good. Water break. Okay, so we're gonna heat up this pan. This pan is trash. If you see me struggling, don't say nothing. I'm gonna cut it out anyway. Also uneven because I burnt it, so I put a little rag under it. Don't judge me, I know my kitchen a little ghetto. Okay, so don't like feeling like a 15-year-old having to ask their parents for money, but I also am not making any money because I'm taking care of a whole child. So on top of that, the hormonal ups and downs, the body changes, even though I've been doing my workouts, my pants are kind of sucking in my little belly there, but you know what, it's looking a lot better, so I'm really happy about that. My boobs still sag to my stomach though, but I don't think that's ever gonna change. I'm just gonna have to get a boob job later on in life. I ain't ashamed, I'm gonna say it. I don't know what money. Sorry, it's really hurting me that I cannot just go out and buy what I want, that I have to ask someone for the money to do that. That's really been bothering me, because I'm not one to even ask for help. So, oh, Carrie, just sit there, let him take care of you. I don't know how to do that. Thanks. I've had to take care of myself. I'm the oldest of 5. I don't know how to sit back and let people take care of me. I was the one taking care of everybody else. That's all I know how to do. Moving on. Besides that whole issue, it's good to have a community. It really is. It's good to have your people. Not internet people, but like real life. You need real life people. Because on the internet, people are like perfect crunchy moms. You know, they do the homeschooling with 4 kids. I'm sitting here struggling with 1, but you know, they got like 6 kids. And they're like, everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. And I'm like, oh, look at you go. Look at you go. I'm sitting here struggling with just the 1 child. I still have my bed. It's full of laundry that has not been folded or put away, but I washed it. Points for me. I washed it. Anyway, moving on. So, you know, and it's important not to compare yourself to those people, because everyone's journey is different. I understand. Everyone's journey is different. These Instagram moms, they post all their highlights and everything is wonderful, and people still dog on them. I'm like, she's doing her best. She's doing better than me. I'm not posting nothing. Not only that, and then also I have my friend Natalie, who is wonderful. I love her so freaking much, but I find myself comparing myself to her all the time. Like, we had our babies around the same time. My friend Natalie, I find myself comparing myself to her all the time. And I know I shouldn't. And I know our journeys are different. And I love her so much. But man, sometimes she makes me feel like I need to get it together. So we had our kids around the same time. And, you know, I wouldn't say her birth was easier than mine, because I was in labor for like, I think only like 15 hours, and she was in labor for like 38 hours. It was like almost 3 days. It was crazy. But we both didn't have to push that off. But I felt like, you know, like this dude, like I went into labor, he was ready. He came out. Like I didn't even have time to ask for the epidural. She was in pain for days. For days. I felt so bad. But after she had her baby, she looked when I say fantastic, she looked great. Hold on, I'm gonna move you a little this way. She looked great. She looked wonderful. And I was sitting here with my little pooch. Struggling to survive. Like, I don't think she got any rips, any tears. It was like 3 days after her giving birth, and she was like, oh yeah, I've been going on like mile-long hikes. And I'm like, bitch, it took me a month before I could freaking walk without my hips falling out of place. That was it was awful. Like, I don't know. I was like, damn, how are you doing that? I was like, did he not rip your butthole open? Because mine was gone. I'm sorry. Moving on. So there was that, and I found myself comparing myself to her like a lot. And I try not to do that because you got to remember that everyone's journey is different, and not everyone's healing process is gonna look the same. Like, I took a little bit longer than her, and that's okay. That's okay. I say that now that I've already gone through my depressive episode of the day, mind you. Okay, so I got my steaks cooking. I got my steaks cooking. Oh yeah. Alright, that's what I do. I sing and I dance. But give me a minute. Someone needs my full and undivided attention. Alright. Full and undivided attention has been given. We're not napping though. We're just chilling. We're just hanging out. Right? Yeah. We're chilling. We're chilling with Steve. Alright. So. Moving on to the gravy. Everyone's journey is different. Don't compare yourself to others. That was basically the gist of that point. And I'm going to casually segue into what today's topic is supposed to be about, which was the importance of your community. So, I have my sister and my mom, and they're literally the best. Like my sister, sorry, snack time. Well, my mom and my sister are literally the best, and I honestly could not imagine like trying to maneuver this without them, because my sister, I can call and trauma dump on her any time of the day. Like, I know I can. It's awful. It's awful. But, like, I know I can do it. I know she wouldn't mind. I know she wouldn't. But I try not to trauma dump on her too much. But if I need to, like this morning, I was not feeling myself. I was feeling small. I was feeling defeated. I was feeling sad, all the things. And I called her, or she usually calls me on her way to work. So when she called, I was just like, can you stand? Talk to me. And I talked to her, and I got all the things out. And she listened, and she's like, do you want advice or do you want a rant? And sometimes I need that question, because sometimes I just need a rant. Sometimes I need to just tell somebody. And then sometimes I do want advice. Do I take it? Depends on the day. But it's really nice to have that and to just be able to just anyway, there's that. And my mom is, you know, I don't want to say too much because I'm not gonna say I was mean to my mom, but alright, let me put it like this. So when I was younger, my mom did a lot of things to traumatize me, of course. Like all of our parents did. If you're a millennial, you were traumatized by your parents. Point blank period. If you're Gen X, you were definitely traumatized by your parents. Point blank period. And I did not include her in a lot of things because of that. And I was like, you know what, I need my space, blah blah blah. But since having the baby, she's really been there. Like whenever I'm feeling boxed in, she will literally, on her days off when she can, but she will come and she'll pick me up and she'll take me places. Like we'll go to like the flea market, or like we'll just get out of the house, like just get out and leave. And I need that sometimes. I need that a lot of times actually. But my sister is my trauma dump buddy, and my mom is my help me escape buddy. And sometimes she will sit and play with the baby for me, and then I will just sit on the couch. Like I'm not watching anything, I'm not on my phone, I'm not doing anything. I'm just literally sitting there enjoying not being touched. Because no one ever tells you that either. Like, constant touching. There's always someone touching you. If it's not the baby, it's baby daddy. If it's not them, it's the dog that wants to lay on you. Sometimes it's all three of them on me at the same time. And I'm like, I'm still having hot flashes. Please don't touch me. And it's like, geez. Like I'm here and I'm like holding the baby all day, playing in poop, nap trapped. And then he gets home and he's like, I want to cuddle you. And I'm like, I want to cuddle you too, but like, can we cuddle like this? Like, can we just like touch fingers? Like, and I feel mean because like I love when he gets home, and I do want to cuddle him when he gets here. I want to lay up on him, but then I also just like I don't want. And I can cuddle the baby for 5 minutes, and let me sit down. Like I don't think people be knowing like it's hard out here. Motherhood is not for the weak. But anyway, where was I going with this? So, oh yeah, my mom and my sister, my trauma dump and my escape buddy. And I'm really glad that I have them because like I said before, sometimes you just need someone to trauma dump and lend you that friendly ear. Sometimes you do need the advice. And then sometimes you just need someone to just be like, hey, chillax, bruh. You just had a baby. Like if I could give my sister $1 for every time she said, you literally just gave birth. Like it hasn't even been that long yet. And I need to be reminded of that because like I'm like, man, why am I feeling like this? I just had a baby. No. So there is that. And you know, if you don't have a community, boo. If you don't have a community, I will say this, seek the help. Go to therapy. Okay. Yeah, sorry. I'm burning my butter. But like I was saying, if you, like community is so, he's actually not crying today. He's actually just talking, which I'm super cool with. He's using his voice and I love it. Alright, so almost done with the gravy. Just gonna let it thicken up a bit. Taste test. Something is missing. That's better. That's better. That's better. Bruh, fixed it. Okay. Done. So we're gonna let that thicken up. We're gonna put it back with the sauces. Alright. So if you do not have that community for yourself, find it. If you can't find it, go to therapy. You need to talk to someone. You need to talk to someone. It's so important. And I am so grateful that I have my community and my people that I can count on no matter what. And yeah, that's all for today. I will come back and show you my finished product. So